So you end up with a group of young people that are feeling angry. They don't even know that they are dealing with their trauma, but with the fact that their parents didn't deal with their trauma, their grandparents didn't deal with their trauma. So you can have what we call historical trauma in any society, and you can inherit it, which is why I think for this current generation, our greatest work as Africans is to deal with that trauma so we don't transfer it to our children.
How far along in a generation can that trauma go? I ask because, you know, when the conversation comes up about racism, and sometimes when Africans have, you know, acted in a way or so, it takes the conversation all the way back to, oh, slavery. How far can trauma go into a generation?
Such a critical question. I mean, when I talk in South Africa, I go all the way to 1652 when colonialism started, which is around 374 years. And this is the mind-blowing thing, and that's why I'm saying, unless Africa wakes up and understands that our success depends on us healing our history. So you can go all the way back to colonialism. So things like colonialism, apartheid, war, COVID-19, Ebola gets transferred to the next generation. And the reason why this is important is that if we do not heal that, you'll be coming here trying to do the work of rebuilding Sierra Leone, but find that the relationships are difficult. You know, people keep on fighting, keep on looking down at each other, and we don't understand that the thing that hinders our success is the trauma, and not just our trauma, but the work that our ancestors didn't do that we still carry with us. So I might be sitting here with you and you remind me, I don't even know somebody who had my ancestor. And when you talk to me, you say something that irritates me, but my response becomes like a violent one, because I'm not just responding to you, but to the trauma of 400 years ago. And this is the thing that I'm passionate about, us understanding, you know, as a continent, that we can't keep on doing our work with trauma, because we will wonder, why do we keep on having wars all over again? Why do we sabotage ourselves in relationships? Why do we have high levels of GPV? Because it goes back to hundreds of years.
Not to disagree with you, but if that's the premise, you would assume the conclusion would be perhaps countries like Rwanda, everybody would be at each other's throat because of the history. And a country like Sierra Leone, we would be at each other's throat because of the history. But that's not the picture currently, especially in Rwanda. They're not talking about what had happened, the genocide. It seems as if they've moved past it. So why is it that the same traumatic encounters, this is now on a large scale, you know, with countries, one country would seem to be doing okay, while another doesn't seem to be doing okay?
So if you really look, because we've done some work in Rwanda, and the untold story of the development in Rwanda is that it has not just focused on, you know, what I call the hardware of development. There's a lot of psychosocial work that has been done in Rwanda. There's a lot of people already doing work to deal with social trauma, psychological trauma in Rwanda. So the success of Rwanda is not only the development, is because there is that conscious decision of beginning to make sure that we address and deal with the traumas that have impacted us.